For more on this, let's bring in Robert Sanders. He's a national security lecturer at the University of New Haven. He previously taught at the Naval War College and is a retired Navy captain. Sir, good morning to you. Thank you very much for being here. President Biden is promising to retaliate, but of course, the U.S. first has to identify which militia group is actually responsible. How do you think the U.S. is likely to respond to this?
Well, we're going to respond significantly. The United States is going to look for the exact group. But if we can't identify the exact group, there's, as your reporter just noted, there's umbrella groups who have connections to all of these groups. And we're going to look for the group that has the largest and greatest connection to Iran and try to punish that group as best we can.
What is your sense of how much the Iranians honestly care about us striking those kinds of groups? We're seeing escalating calls from Republican leaders in Congress to strike more directly. In fact, some are calling on us to strike inside Iran. What is the balance there?
Well, the balance is if we strike inside Iran, we have committed an international act of war against Iran in violation of several articles of international law and the United Nations Charter. So that's not a self-defense strike under Article 51 of the Charter. If we want to continue to do self-defense strikes under Article 51 of the Charter, we're going to seek out these Iranian surrogates. Now, these surrogates are exactly what Iran wants to use in order to have them sustain the punishment and not Iran itself. It's a great strategy for Iran to pinprick us with injuries and deaths and hate and discontent within our own government, while they sit back and not be hit and absorb the gratitude of these other groups that they send out into the slaughterhouse in order to attack American forces.
Can we talk for a second about the Houthis in Yemen? Because the U.S. obviously has been striking in Yemen against those groups to try to protect American and international ships in the Red Sea. But it doesn't really seem to have actually worked in terms of deterring their actions, at least not yet. What do you see as the next step for the U.S. in that area?
90% of the world's goods and services move over the oceans. And the Red Sea off the coast of Yemen is a critical choke point where things have to pass by in order for them to get out into the Mediterranean or to get down into the Pacific or up into the Atlantic. The United States is going to have to continue to protect shipping in that area. Now, will they continue to ship it, to protect it only in a defensive manner? I don't think that's going to continue to stay that way. We're going to have to go into an offensive manner at some point and look at where not just the suppliers and the initial firing launchers are located, but to go after where the weapons brought in from, who's the manufacturer, cut off the logistics and the supply line.
All right, Robert Sanders for us. Robert, thank you very much.